What's good, man? Shocking news yesterday. Everybody been talking about it. Shakur Stevenson, he missed weight by a pound and a half, 1.6 to be exact. And when I first heard about it and I first went to watching the weigh-in after he missed, I thought he was finna go back and panic and try to get that weight off. But Shakur, he didn't want to go back and try to burn that off, because it'll affect his performance. And he didn't want to go back and try to sweat it off because he was going up to 135 after this fight regardless. And that's what we all wanted to see. Now 135 gets that much more interesting. You got a little super 5'6" there. You got Haney, you got Tank, Shakur, Lomachenko, Pitbull. Well, I don't know if Pitbull Cruz is in that conversation yet, but Pitbull gives everybody, I think, an entertaining, nice fight. You know, Ryan Garcia, I think he's gone. But 135 stack, you still got Frank Martin, Michelle Rivera. I like him too. We got some good fights brewing up that we could possibly look forward to. Shakur Stevenson. It was kind of shocking he missed weight, but not really to me because it was always rumors out there that he had trouble making 130. And he looks huge at 130. Every fight you've seen him at 130. He was bigger than Valdez, bigger than Heron. He just a big 130, and it's about that time for him to move up you know. And I don't think it's cause for overreaction because he's pretty much done everything that needs to be done at 130. Oscar Valdez, that was the fight for him. And, he cruised through that. I mean, can you name me a fighter at 130 right now that you're like dying to see him fight? If I was to pick somebody, I would say O'Shaquie Foster. But just to see, the brother get his shot, he had a couple early losses in his career and he's fought his way back up the ranks. I think he's got like the WBC silver belt. I think that's the interim belt to Shakur, but I can go without that fight. I It's not really nothing for Shakur to do at 130 anymore. Dare I say, he's probably, above the belt at this point. He's the money man at 130 regardless. If he would have stayed, everybody was calling out Shakur Stevenson, Joe Cordina, Archie Sharp, lower level names that we don't really care to see him fight, you know. And if he's finna move up anyway after the fight, what's the point of even stressing trying to burn all that fat off and damn near killing yourself in 2 hours trying to get that pound and a half off. And Robson Conceição, another raw deal. He's fought the two top guys in the division, Shakur and Oscar Valdez, and he's going into both fights with a disadvantage. You remember the Valdez fight? He had to fight Valdez after he tested positive for amphetamine, and then he went out there and you know I didn't go back and watch. I still didn't go back and watch the fight because I've been mad at Valdez since then. But I heard he lost that fight and he got robbed. You know what I'm saying? And now he got to fight Shakur Stevenson, who's overweight. It's just a bad luck of the draw. And, he's not in no position to be turning down a title shot like that. So he got to fight Shakur like this. So Shakur's been stripped. If he wins the fight, he won't be able to, maybe do the interviews with the belts around his neck and all that. You know how it is. But Robson Conceição, if he wins the fight, he'll be able to take the WBC belt for sure. But The WBO, they haven't really said nothing about it. I just assume that he gets both belts if he wins. And, this should be a nice little technical matchup tonight. I don't think, Shakur is going to lose the fight. You know, this is not a time right now to bet against Shakur Stevenson. Not at 130. He's dominated everybody. I don't even think he's lost a round at 130. So I wouldn't bet against him on this fight. But bad preparation does turn into bad performances a lot that we've seen. He and fighting in your hometown. A lot of that shit get to you, and a lot of fighters looked horrible in their hometown. And this is arguably the best opponent in Shakur Stevenson's career, you know. So maybe if you wanted to find a time to bet against Shakur Stevenson, maybe tonight's the night. There's a couple of bad signs, but me personally, I wouldn't do it. But this is a good technical matchup that we should look forward to tonight. Come back with a recap or something tomorrow.